What's good, YouTube? Jordan here, back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down basically all of the trades that I took this week. And I'm saying all, but I really mean just one trade because that's all I took. That's all that I was presented with. That's really the only setup that I got. So that being said, appreciate you guys for watching, and we're going to get into it. But first, make sure you guys hit the like button if you like what you see, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I'll be making videos like this pretty much weekly, and well, really anytime that I find a trade. And I just like reviewing them pretty much, and showing you guys kind of my strategy, not going too in depth, but I think it's in depth enough for somebody to learn. So yeah, let's get into it. This morning, or that morning, this was on Wednesday, today is currently Friday at 1:10 p.m. but yeah, I took this on Wednesday, and I got to the charts like at 6:30, something like that. We got a little bit of volume. I do use two indicators that kind of give me that indication, that confirmation that we are in buys. On top of that, I go to my daily and I go to my weekly just to see what kind of trend are we in bullish, are we in bearish, what are we in. So from here I can see we're making higher highs, got a little bit of a range from basically the whole start of the new year. So from that, I kind of saw price bouncing off this support level here, and kind of making like a little double bottom, if you will. And I was like, okay, well, since it's showing me buys, we're bouncing off support from the weekly and the daily. Let's flip to the 4 hour, see what's going on. We get a higher high above this range here, which is also pretty good indication. And yeah, go down to the 1 hour, and that's where I see my volume. So honestly, like, I remember this morning too, because it like GBPAUD wasn't even on my watch list, and I was just scrolling, and then I saw this little bit of volume, and I was like, oh shit, well, let me wait for at least a pullback a little bit, just like that, and see what we can get. Once I got that pullback, we got it for about an hour. I went down to the 15-minute and saw what was going on. Not really much structure being formed here. So let's go down back to the 1 hour. This is what it looked like around 6 o'clock, and then 7. Once we get that blue candle on the 1 hour, that's also a good indication of just kind of being able to tell yourself, just something to look for, to say, hey, maybe I can flip down to the 15-minute or lower time frames in general, just to see if we could break some structure. And immediately you see, I'll just erase this, and it's not immediate, but from here I could see that, all right, we've made a lower low. So in order for structure to be broken, we don't need to make another lower high or lower low, but we need to be able to then make just a break of structure and make a higher high going the opposite way, if that makes any sense. So what I'm talking about is for this area to be broken. Now, if price were to do this and continue making lower lows, okay, then I'm not going to get into the trade. But just the fact that price did the complete opposite of that, data tested, data proven, that tells me that price is flipping in the opposite direction, and I can get in on the retest of the break, which is around here. And this is what my position would look like. Go for a 2-to-1, put your stop loss below structure, and run it like that. So that's what I was looking for. And I even put this in the little Discord that I have. It's pretty cool. It was a nice little way to end the week, I ain't gonna lie. So next 15 minutes we get another red candle. It's like, okay, maybe it's starting to come up here. And then boom, we get a nice engulfing close of a candle. This is a nice strong candle too. Like, what a good example that this is, honestly. We get a nice strong engulfing candle, breaking structure, and then this is telling me we can start making higher highs and higher lows going towards the top of the range here. So from here I can start feeling a little comfortable, pick my stop loss and my take profit level. Usually it's based off of the fib. I don't even think I use the fibs this day, but this would be my normal setup. Take the fib, moving like that, and measure the retracement, making my take profit right here. And then boom, like that, get it a 2-1, risking 13 pips. I think I actually risked 15 pips on this trade, but nonetheless, for the example, this is what I see. And honestly, if we want to get into the patterns, this, and that's my trigger entry right there, actually. That's the trigger candle. And if we want to get into it, it looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders forming. Before we even get into the trade, just based off of repetition and looking at the charts every day and seeing these patterns occur, set up, and then play out and start going in just like a more upwards motion. Now, if this pattern was looking like it was going, in the downward direction, okay, maybe then I, wouldn't feel as confident in it. But this one is not going like straight up, but it's just a straight like pattern. I don't know how else to explain it, but nonetheless, it's looking like the beginning and the end of a inverse head and shoulders. So again, I'll be looking for the retest entry candle on this next candle. Boom, I'm entered into profit. And then price actually came back down to retest entry, which if you really wanted to, you wanted to be aggressive, you could then enter in another position, which I didn't. Another retest, you could have gotten it again. And then this is where I was talking about where it looks a little bit like a head and shoulders pattern. There's your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder. Actually, let me draw this like this. Boom, 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 boom. It's a lot of booms. I ain't gonna lie. It's really the only thing that came to mind. And if you look at it, and it's not perfect, but it's kind of the way it played out. That's all I'm saying. All right, okay, MetaTrader, appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. And then you at your first take profit, take 90%, move your stop loss to break even. It's a risk-free trade, and let the rest run. And I think eventually I was stopped out of this trade. Let's see, because I had my stop loss at entry at this point. So pretty sure I got spiked out. Yep, there it is. So if I bring that all the way over here, pretty much held this trade into the 7:30 in the evening, or 6:30 in the evening, whatever it was, whatever time that was. So yeah, that's the trade, and that's how I try to hopefully get a set. That's what I like to look for pretty much every morning. If I can get a break of structure, and the break of structure is an engulfing candle closing nice up strongly above the broken structure, it's breaking above the resistance, now turning it into support, and then I get an inverse head and shoulders pattern on top of that, making it an even stronger confirmation for me. There's no reason why I can't get aggressive in these moves. There's no reason why any trader could get aggressive in these types of moves if you trade this way. This is just the way that I trade, and honestly, there's a way for everybody. But hopefully, somebody is able to learn something about, their strategy, or just learn anything about breaking structure and taking the trade once you break structure, and then, getting in on the retest. Hopefully somebody learned something about that today. Because I had somebody ask me about the patterns, and they were asking, like, are the patterns, 100%? And the quick answer to that question is no, they're not 100%. But the more times that you see them play out, and the more times you're able to look at different areas that look stronger than the ones that look weaker, I don't know if that makes sense, you're just able to have more confidence in it, and more confidence in your trades, more importantly, and to know that if price comes back down in your entry, you hold your trade. If price comes down, visit your stop loss, maybe comes a couple of pips away from your stop loss, you hold that trade, because probability shows more times than not these trades are going to play out. So you just have to hold your trades, be patient. Honestly, it's taken me a while to get to that point and to see myself in drawdown. I think I posted a couple videos ago of me being like 24 hours in drawdown. So that was pretty crazy. But nonetheless, I really don't want to make this video too much longer. I really hope somebody learned something here today. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let me just erase this these EMAs to make it look a little bit cleaner. Yeah, guys, I really just want to hone in and just look for these breaks of structures and patterns within the breaks of structures, because if you get the patterns, the breaks of structure, higher time frame bias, meaning if you have a buy setup, if you have a long setup on the 1 hour or smaller time frames, go to the bigger time frames, go to the larger time frames, look at what price is telling you from a bigger picture. If you have a buy setup and you are looking bullish on the daily and the weekly and the monthly, take the buy. If you're looking the opposite, maybe you leave it alone, just see how it plays out, collect the data, and then move on. And the next time that occurs, the next time that happens and you're in that situation, maybe then you take the trade. But for that point, collect the data, be patient, sit back, see what happens. And yeah, I really think also, taking the data, collecting it is also really important. So that being said, I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, again, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.